Welcome mates, I'm BloodThirstyLord, but you can call me Lordy, and today we're back on Halo Infinite as we highlight another news video that you don't want to miss out of. And this is quite an interesting topic, cheaters and hackers in Halo Infinite. There's many experiences being talked about this in the most recent day, and they're running rampant in the Halo Infinite gameplay experience. And also my very own experience, so this will be a very unique video. But before we do get into this video, there is only a small percentage of mates that watch the video that are actually subscribed. Leave a like, show your support, click the subscribe button to keep up to date, press that join button to become a member on the channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Halo Infinite is a free-to-play multiplayer experience, and being a multiplayer game in that set theme, majority of those games end up having hackers. It seems to be the natural habitat for those occurrences to actually happen. And then with this situation, we've encountered many hackers in the last day or so in Halo Infinite. In my own experience, and also many of the mates in the Halo community through Reddit, Twitter, through pretty much every social media, you can see cheaters and gameplays of cheaters being exposed. And we have one for today as well, because I hate versing cheaters, hackers in a game that's supposed to have a competitive setting, and you see some dude just toggling hacks on and off throughout a match. And it becomes quite apparent through one of the many encounters that I've had in the ranked scene in Halo Infinite multiplayer. So I've loaded into the map Streets, one of my favorite maps in the game. I actually have a blast playing this map always, and I know what to do on this map. I know how to control it. Stronghold, I can make this work. 100% as a single solo player, I can make this work. So my playlist was solo mouse and keyboard, and PC players usually end up being the most prone to hackers or using hacks in general. So when I jumped into this match, I thought it was just a natural setting of playing ranked, enjoying it, and out of nowhere I saw a glimpse of something weird happen, and I got lasered in a second. I'm like, wait, what? What just happened? And then I'm watching it, and I'm like, that felt like he had no bloom, and he's using a weapon being the Commando, which is notoriously known for being awful with accuracy, the bloom aspect as well, and also from far range. And I'm seeing this guy do full auto against me, and then I survived, but then against two other players, and they died. And it happened so darn quickly. And that's when I knew this guy has something going on. There must be some type of hack, some type of toggle going on, some type of aimbot, no bloom possibly, or even infinite ammo, but I was not too sure, so I had to go into a couple more encounters against this player and see what happens. Double check the kill feed and also double check the recording alongside the player's name to find out who the username of this character was, and it was called Q. So that's a player that had toggle hacks on, because the next couple encounters were just aimbot headshots continuously. I thought he had wall hacks. I'm not too sure about the wall hacks aspect, but I know he has aimbot guaranteed and no bloom on some of these weapons when he does pick up the Commando especially. So mates, editing Lordy here, and we went through a clip through the theater mode. I'm like, let's double check what's happening in theater mode when watching from the perspective of Q, the hacker that we thought is the hacker. So I watched it, and I watched the exact same clip from my angle, then watched it from his perspective, and you can see how his bullets just magnetize to people's heads. They just go in a completely different direction to where his crosshairs are, or where he's aiming, and he's not even aiming to the weapon, just crosshairs, and you just see it just go from one way to another, and just getting headshots through magnet bullets. That is the hack that he had, and that's why I found it after recording the rest of this video. I'm so shocked that it is magnetized bullets in the hacks in this game that also do aimbot and hit your head. What crazy stuff, what crazy stuff. And currently, if anyone's hacking the game, they seem to be doing this aspect when they toggle the hacks on for a set duration of the match, toggle it off, and then decrease their accuracy throughout the ongoing match. So they'll get like a couple team wipes, then go back to toggle off hacks, so they have no aimbot and they miss 100% of the shots, or just start shooting across the map continuously until their accuracy gets decreased, and then go for the headshots when they get to the next fight or encounter against another player. That seems to be like the meta right now for hackers, and they end up all being prone to this. So it looks like this player was doing the exact same thing, toggle off, toggle on, when it came to certain encounters, but the kill difference between me not hacking and then this player hacking, I was doing better overall throughout the whole gameplay. I was able to destroy his team and sometimes him, as we are a 1600 MMR Onyx player in ranked right now, which is pretty good in my opinion. And I felt like I was doing pretty well to outdo a hacker. I was like, yep, we're doing pretty well. And my team was doing well as well. They were following our comms, and I asked if there was a guy hacking on their team, and they will experience the exact same feeling when they went around these corners. They said, yep, they are as well. So we knew that guy was a hacker, and we tried to eliminate him throughout majority of the fights, or pretty much isolate him so we can just control on the flags and get the strongholds and make sure we get enough points in those aspects there to make sure we win. And we pretty much went through a tug of war phase through every stronghold point, capping, recapping through a ring of rosies. You know how it is when it comes to stronghold. It is quite crazy. And when you're versing a hacker, it does a lot of stuff. It changes the whole dynamic of the game, and we made it work, and we end up winning the game. Do you know how satisfying that was? I just won that game. It just happened a couple minutes ago, and now I'm recording this video just to tell you mates about the cheaters, about the hackers. You can still win because majority of cheaters or hackers will not keep their toggled hacks on throughout the whole duration of the match because they'll get exposed. But since I was recording this and recording the gameplay, I realized that the guy was hacking. Other teammates of my team realized he was hacking. You can see in the blatant evidence of how he shot his actual commando. Unbelievable. From the distance that he was from Arc Street towards the other side of Old Town doesn't really happen. You don't use a commando like that ever. Everybody knows the commando isn't great at long distances. It's only good if you burst fire it. And you see this other player just using it as an auto fire weapon. Doesn't happen. You cannot use it as an automatic rifle. It doesn't work that way unless you're really, really close and there's no glimpse of the player being so close for a command to actually land all the shots. And that is when you start to see the flaws behind this hacker's experience by showcasing that and pretty much self-exposing that point that he's blatantly hacking and trying to win his ranked games. And this is occurring at the highest ranks within Halo Infinite in the multiplayer experience. So keep that in mind. They win their placement matches pretty much all 10, get to a high rank already, win a couple more games, then Onyx, and then from there they go to high MMR by hacking. Just blatantly hacking. It's so obvious that they actually are hacking with all these little toggles on and off, aimbots, no bloom effects, infinite ammo. It's just insane to see that all these hacks are actually in the Halo Infinite multiplayer experience, and there has been nothing yet to actually change that. I don't even think there is a anti-cheat system in this game at all. I don't see it because usually when I open up other games, you'll see the anti-cheat symbol come up of that game before it loads in. With Halo Infinite on PC, I don't see anything like that. So I think there isn't any actual anti-cheat when it comes to Halo Infinite. And that is the reason why we have all these hackers, all these cheaters running rampant at every category, especially in the ranked categories more than anything, because ranked is competitive. People want to get high MMR. They will do anything. And they'll buy a hack for $50 online, use it on the PC, and knowing that they won't get banned because there isn't an anti-cheat system in place that is going to hold them back in any way. And if it was, it's already bypassed it. That is a very weak anti-cheat system within Halo Infinite. And they know they're not going to get banned because there's no report function within Halo Infinite. So if you're seeing a hacker in your game, you literally can't report them. There's no option to do so. And this automatically makes it cheater friendly, so you can actually cheat in Halo Infinite with no consequence at this very moment. So I'm hoping we can address this, highlight on the channel some gameplay as well, to showcase to the mates that are cheaters in the game and we want to get rid of them. Hopefully 343 Industries does come across this video to utilize the actual footage and ban this player, Scopa Q, because we don't want hackers in the games. Get rid of them as quickly as possible, because Warzone and other battle royales or other multiplayer free-to-play games are infested with hackers, and the anti-cheat system isn't doing enough. If we can just decrease as much as possible, why the hell not? Because Halo Infinite doesn't have any system in place to do so. So if we have a system in place, at least that helps out with that aspect for the meantime, until we have a better, robust system in the future when it comes to the anti-cheat, to prevent new hackers and existing hackers within Halo Infinite multiplayer experience. So those are my thoughts about the topic of cheaters and hackers in Halo Infinite, with one of my own experiences to highlight evidence about the situation itself. But mates, tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know, and have a great discussion about this topic. Do you want to see anti-cheat system in place as soon as possible? I'd love to know in the comment section down below. And as always, mates, it is a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye. Road to 200k subscribers. Let's get it, mates.